Hey Glock, sit down, pull out pen and paper, and take notes. Palmetto State Armory is now based. PSA is defending your Second Amendment rights and says the Dagger is here to stay. If you've ever lived in a timeline where somehow Ruger and Palmetto State Armory sell more Glocks than Glock themselves, then go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. Today we're going to be discussing statements from Mega Based, Giga Chad, Palmetto State Armory, and their statements against 14 different states and every town for gun safety, anti-Second Amendment lobbying groups that are going after your ability to own Glocks and Glock clones. If every single viewer right now were to share this video, hit the like button. That would help out in more ways than I can even begin to possibly articulate. And leave your combat llama emojis down below. And let me know, is Ruger and their RXM line or Palmetto State Armory and their Dagger line more based? Which one wins? PSA and their Dagger or Ruger and their RXM? That should be a very fun debate down below. And it will be also interesting to see one or two Glock fanboys crawl in and watch everybody debate on why the V-Series is the dumbest gun that failed after literally 2 days with a rate modification device after Glock thought that they would bend the knee and jump on ship with the anti-Second Amendment crowd. How'd that work out? Are you still taking notes, Glock? Watch this. Palmetto State Armory has stated, and this is their words, their Dagger is here to stay. And they've also won some very important legislation against beta male shield arms in their S15 magazine that literally does not work. And after this video, go type in trench grenade shield arms sucks and you will see in 4K resolution why the shield arms magazines are stupid and why you should avoid them at all costs. And guess what? Palmetto State Armory just beat them in a lawsuit and we're going to get into it. First, I want to discuss this thing right here, the Saber Dagger and all daggers for that matter. So I'll introduce the guns and then we'll read Palmetto State Armory's statements against all this anti-Second Amendment stuff and why they are now a Giga Chad and Mega Base. Boom, we have Sabrina, the PSA Saber Dagger that's been tested. Boom, 100% reliable here on the channel. We also have Tatiana. A lot of you guys will remember the 5,000 round test on Tatiana. Yes, it's on a cringe Gen 3 slide, but guess what? This gun has been awesome. Go watch those burn down tests, and guess what? The Dagger is awesome, and now we have news about it, and we'll get into the whole Shield magazine thing here in a second. This is what Palmetto State Armory has stated. Not bending the knee. Their official statement says, new permanent pricing on compact and full-size PSA daggers and rocks are here to stay with a freaking exclamation point. Okay? That language, here to stay, strongly suggests PSA has no intention of phasing out the Dagger or bending the knee despite the regulatory concerns that have been growing. I.e., Glock, hopefully you're still taking notes and paying attention. Not only did they not bend the knee, they just kept doing the thing that we want them to do. They kept selling Tatianas and Sabrinas, and guess what? It's working out great for them so far. So, you know, Glock, maybe take a note out of the PSA book and do what they're doing. Mega Based, thank you, PSA. They are saying it is here to stay. Also, at the exact same time that all this happened, guess what? PSA won a lawsuit against the very cringe, again, Shield Arms and their S15 for the micro dagger magazines. As many of you guys know, guns like the Glock 43X, okay, that you're seeing right here, that I've shot and have videos on and all the things, guns just like this typically take a 10-round magazine, okay? Of course, for YouTube, it's airsoft and only 1 round, right? But they will typically take a 10-round magazine. Well, Shield Arms released the first generation S15s that were a complete fail, and guess what? There's a ton of guys out there that modified with their magazine release that have S15s that aren't going to work. Well, what did PSA do? They created their own version of the S15 for guns like the Micro Dagger or Glock 43X and Glock 48. And guess what? They freaking won. Here's what happened in court. We knew that Shield Arms claims were wrong, and now the court has spoken. The final judgment, the Micro Dagger does not infringe. And PSA will always defend its innovations and customers, employees, and integrity. After reviewing Shield's patents, the court ruled decisively in our favor. The Micro Dagger does not infringe. Their mags suck though, and I've never had a malfunction, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, PSA wins in court, and now the PSA 15-round magazine for the Micro Dagger does not infringe on Shield's patent, okay? Shield Arms claimed that it did, and guess what? Rather than backing down, PSA filed this declaratory judgment lawsuit in South Carolina, okay, to have a court rule that their magazine does not infringe. Court ruling in the court's decision, they cited on nearly every issue with PSA, invalidating, cringe, beta male, freaking Shield Arms and their S15. Why do you have so many generations if they work perfectly, okay? So, the PSA Micro Dagger magazine is built with a polymer over metal, blah, 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 okay? And guess what? We did not start the fight, but when challenged, we will always stand up for our innovations to our customers, our employees, and the integrity of our work. Okay, so what are we looking at here? What is PSA? And I'll get you guys out of here. What we're looking at is 195 million in revenue per year. We're looking at 500 million or so as a company, and guess what? They are based, they're standing by their compact daggers and all of their dagger line. Not only that, they're even standing by people with 43Xs and 48s with their micro dagger line. And guess what? Glock, I hope you're taking notes, because they have just beat you at your own game. You tried to undermine them, allegedly, and undermine the Glock clones and all the people out there, but guess what? It didn't work out in your freaking favor. So, what they have done, essentially, they've stood by against anti-Second Amendment 2A pressure and the Glock ban, okay, clone ban. They're actually fighting back. They're said that their dagger is here to stay. Innovation. They're actually innovating. You can get this, allegedly, from the factory, and guess what? Can you get a Glock like this? No, you cannot. Okay, we got Magwell stuff. The grip is actually good. The magazine release is actually good. Guess what? It has metal sights. Guess what? It has a guide rod that's actually metal that you can melt down and not have any issues. A crowned barrel, fluted, all of the things. Guess what? How is PSA making a better Glock than Glock? What's on top of there? Oh my goodness, you can just drop a freaking red dot and it's actually stippled and cut and all of the things. Metal sights, better trigger, all the fluting, all of the stuff out of the box. Crazy. And guess where this is made? In the United States of America, just like the Ruger RXM. So, and let's look at a cheaper version, allegedly. Look at that. What's on the end there? I don't know. You guys guess, okay? What does that look like to you? Metal sights, okay? Ignore this. It's on a different gun right now. But you guys get the deal, okay? Somehow, PSA is making a better Glock than Glock. You make that make sense, okay? So, not only that, they got their freaking micro dagger lawsuit against cringe Shield Arms. Imagine that. All the people that I said were cringe are actually cringe. Shield Arms and their S15 original. Glock and their anti-Second Amendment woke actions. It's almost like the Trench Grenade channel and the llamas stay winning, okay? So, in summary, guys, with what we can go from moving forward, Ruger RXM, Palmetto State Armory Dagger, they're been legitimized through a legal victory for the S15 debacle and the Shield Arms micro dagger debacle. They've said that their dagger is here to stay. It's American made. It's all of the things that Glock wishes it could do out of the freaking box. And guess what? You can get the quote unquote saber with cooler colors and all of the things. And guess what? You can do that. Put a freaking dot on it out of the box. It's a crazy concept, Glock. Hopefully you're still taking notes. Anyway, American made, Ruger RXM, Palmetto State Armory Dagger. Hit the like button. Let me know what your thoughts are. That Palmetto State Armory is now mega freaking based, Giga Chad, unlike woke, anti-Second Amendment Glock. Thanks for being here. And guess what, Glock? The $1.1 billion company, 20 million units in circulation. Guess what? PSA, only a couple 100,000 of their daggers in circulation, and a little birdie told me it may or may not be for a cheaper price point, and all of the things from the factory. And guess what? Right after this video, you guys can type in, oh, what's that right there? That metal. That's a metal guide rod. Ew, what's that right there? Threading? That's weird. I wonder what that's for. What are these? Suppressor height night sights? Metal? whoa, I have a malfunction. I can actually rack my slide off it or my sights off of something without losing my sights. What are these cuts in the side there? Wow, I wonder if my barrel can actually breathe and be ventilated and have less mass moving, so less felt recoil. It's a crazy concept. And guess what? Somebody send this to Palmetto State Armory. Hey, if you want another burn down series, send it to them. Tell them Trench Grenade is telling them that they're based, and let me know what you guys think down below. I've ranted enough. I got to get my pre-workout finished up here because it's chest day. Let me know what you guys are hitting down below. If you want to support the channel for the burn downs, or you just, whatever, donate down below. Let me know if you want to see another burn down on another Dagger. I'd be willing to do it if you guys want to see it. Let me know. Vote down below. Do you want a Dagger, a micro Dagger? Let me know. And PSA, if you ever see this, hit me up on Instagram. Maybe we can make something happen. I know we had things bad. We have a bad history. We'll just put it that way, right? But anyway, guys, I'll get you guys out of here. It's time to go hit chest. It's time to get you guys off to go support PSA, the Giga Chads that they are, saying that their Dagger is here to stay. Thanks for being here, guys, and until next time, this is going to be Trench Grenade and the Combat Llamas signing out. Cheers.